Hello everyone, take a look at today's puzzle. We have a rook and a bishop and a pawn. And the pawn is one step away from promotion. But the issue is of course the black rook, which is threatening our pawn. And if we are left with only rook and bishop versus rook, then that is a theoretical draw. So how can white still win this? Because white has one winning move here, and I want you to try to find it. So pause the video, see if you can find a winning plan for white here, and then come back and I'll show you the solution. Best of luck! Okay, so what happens if we play bishop to e7, trying to get a check on f6, then black is gonna take our pawn, we play bishop to f6, black's only move is king to h7, and here we haven't really achieved anything. We have lost our pawn. If we deliver a check here, black is just going to continue down the board. If we play rook to h1 check, then black has king to g6. So the king gets away. And if we move our king closer, then again, there's a lot of things black can do here. One of them is rook to b8, king to e5, and then rook to g8. And we don't want to exchange rooks because we can't win with just a bishop. And if we just check on h1, it doesn't lead to anything. Black just goes back and forth like this. And if we move our bishop away, well, then black is just going to push the pawn. So we haven't achieved anything. Bishop to e7 is not going to be winning for white. How about king to c4, threatening the rook? Then again, black takes a pawn, and if we play bishop to c3 check here, black can play king to h7 here, and we have the same position as before, except that this time our bishop is on c3 instead of f6. So that doesn't lead to a win either. And if we play rook to b1, then black is just going to take the pawn, and we would like to be able to play bishop to c3 check here, because that check also comes with us being able to pick up the rook next. But of course our king is in the way here, so we can't play that. We just lose this pawn here. There is no win for white here. Instead, we have to play rook to h1 check. And here black plays king to g8, and then we play bishop to e7. And now when black captures the pawn, we play bishop to f6, and this locks the king in the corner up here. We are threatening rook to h8 mate next. If black moves the king, the only square is f8, and again, rook to h8 is a very easy checkmate for us. And it also blocks the pawn from moving, so black can only move the rook. But since we are threatening mate in the next move, all black can do to delay that is by playing rook to c7 check. But here we just play king to d4, rook to d7 check, and then we play king to e5, and black cannot check anymore without losing the rook. So we are winning this, and black can't stop that. So that's what happens if black goes king to g8. And if black plays king to g7, then we have rook to b1. And we allow black to capture the pawn, in which case we will play bishop to f8 check, and we will pick up the rook, and we will win the game with only the rook remaining. And if black doesn't take the pawn, but instead plays something like king to g6, then we have bishop to e7, and we allow black to capture our rook, because here you can see what we'll do. We will play bishop to b4, blocking the rook's path to this pawn. So now we will be able to promote safely in the next move. If black checks, then we will just play king to d2, and black cannot stop the pawn because we're covering the c8 square. So we will promote next and win. So that's what happens on king to g7. And we also have another idea, and that is to play bishop to f8 check. So we sacrifice the bishop, and we promote the b pawn, and now we play rook to h8 check, and we can pick up the rook. So that is also a very nice sacrifice. And if black doesn't take the bishop, but instead plays something like king to g6, then we again sacrifice the rook on b1. If black captures the rook, then we will play bishop to b4 and we will promote next. So there you have it. If you found any of this, let me know in the comments. And today I want to try something new. I will end this video with another puzzle, but I'm not going to show you the solution this time. I'm just going to present it and then you can give me the solution in the comments. Here it is. It is white to play and mate in two. So we have a queen and a knight versus two rooks, and the black king is in the corner. Can you find the mate in two? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next chess puzzle. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.